Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you is the right time, just keep in mind it's a general reading and see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully bring some clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the wisdom of the oracle today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the foundational tapestry of energy to be helpful for the collective right now, please and thank you. Ooh, somebody's getting a message. Message in a bottle. So there's something that was contained before making its way towards you. Maybe it had to have the right tide, the right wave, the right energetic push or inspiration to make its way towards you. I see some of you getting a text from somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time. I feel like you're going to really jump on the response. Like it's going to get you excited. For some of you, this message could also be something about, I'm getting like something you applied for. So maybe some of you sent out a resume or you applied for like a grant or a position, even something that has to do with school. I feel like whatever message comes through, it's going to make you really happy. I almost see you making more phone calls after you get this message. So for some of you, you could be the one sending the message as well. Maybe you've been sitting on something for a while, not quite sure how to open up, how to start, how to begin. I feel like it starts with a hello. I don't think it's maybe as complicated as some of you are making it. It's the energy of communication. It's also somebody taking action, and I'm not just getting that it's one-sided. I'm getting that it's a back and forth, that there's a response here. Let's get another message. Maybe you live somewhere where there's pelicans. I do see that like the pelican is sitting on the bottle. So I feel like somebody was sitting on, maybe responding for a little while, but I feel like once something starts, it is going to be back and forth. But I feel like once that bottle opens up, maybe once somebody opens up about how they're feeling or what's been going on, I feel like something starts to flow. Let's get another message. Oh, somebody is definitely opening up their heart. Somebody is tapping into their wisdom. There's such a difference between the energy of this owl and the mask. If there was anyone around you where you felt like you always had to like put on a front or wear a mask, I feel like you are heading towards a place where that's not necessary. You can feel like you can be open-hearted, free. I mean, there's this beautiful window of opportunity and it comes through your heart space, or somebody is opening up their heart space towards this opportunity that looks like confetti. It's like heart confetti. Maybe it's also a party, or there's a gathering of something. I just thought of like a party favor or something like at a dinner party where everyone has a little gift. It could be a wedding for some of you. It could also be a person where maybe they had a little bit of a mask on before, closed off or protecting their heart. I feel like that mask is coming off somewhere. Truth is coming out, but where there's truth, there has to be be awareness and see reality in a situation. Sometimes truth comes out and it's not always what you want to hear, but it will be something that makes you feel better to know the reality of a situation. So it could be a reality check for some of you or for someone else. I feel like whatever the truth is, it feels better to know than to not know, than to be in scenario land or be presumptuous or to assume anything. So I do get that this is going to be some kind of communication that comes through that brings a lot of clarity. It's like transparency. Let's get one more. Truth be told. And message in a bottle. It's also, oh, you also have a progression here. You have 14 and 15. So I do feel like something is going to be moving in the right direction, or you're going to get the clarity you need so you can move in your own direction now that you know something. One more, please and thank you. Oh yeah, something's going to change. You have the winds of a change in the wind, a change in the weather, a change in maybe you or a certain person. You have a, oh no, you're missing 13, but it's 12, 14, 15. So maybe you had to skip a step, or maybe you're hopping over a hurdle. This could, I feel like this also could, since you have wind, the wind makes me think of weather, which is sort of outside of your control. So it's all about how you handle the weather, how you handle the changes that come in. But I see that if something was constantly going one direction, something pretty big comes and takes you a different direction. It feels like I don't know, I just see, it's almost like you started to do a puzzle and the wind came and sort of made everything float away. But then when the wind settles, it's like everything just falls together. I feel like everything is coming together better than you thought. And with this star energy here in the bottle, I feel like it is something that is bringing like a hopeful energy to you. I'm also seeing that if some of you are making some plans and something happens and like it's like kind of a getting lost energy, or you, let's just say, have some kind of outdoor party or something and the rain comes, I feel like you're going to be able to adjust pretty good. If you have to adjust in the spur of a moment, turn on a dime, you're going to be fine. And I feel like if there is something you can maybe plan for, that maybe it's about planning. So you have something like secure, or you have a plan B just in case something might happen. I feel like you're going to be fine. I feel like you're going to still see how everything is going to kind of work itself out. I just see that puzzle falling together. So let's see. Let's go to, what did I bring? Let's do a love who you are. What is one love who you are message to help the collective, please and thank you. Also, it's pretty chilly out tonight. So I'm gonna do my best out here in the cold. I thought it'd be a little warmer, but it's getting cold at night. I feel like you can see my breath. It's that cold. So out here in my sassy flannel, let's continue and get some messages for you guys. Oh, you have a beautiful lotus. Also the energy of a dragonfly. So you are going to be able to be flexible with whatever comes through. The dragonfly it's like the little helicopter of the bug world. They can fly like up, down, backwards, however they want. And that gorgeous lotus that is blossoming, it's telling you it's time to bloom like a badass. I like that message. It's number 5, which is the energy for me of change. So maybe before you didn't feel like you could really blossom in a particular partnership, in an environment, in a friend group, wherever. You're heading someplace where you can feel like you can really open up where you feel like something is finally blooming, like the season is finally right, something is finally ripened. But this is also you stepping into your personal power, taking your personal power back, putting energy into you. So maybe some of you are also doing something a little bit different with how you're expressing yourself, how you're dressing, what you're doing, maybe with diet, exercise, taking care of yourself, getting your hair done. I do feel like there's something kind of special where you're looking a little bit different these days. And I feel like there are some people that are starting to sort of take note. I don't know, I see this winds of change, and I just see like somebody doing a photo shoot. Maybe some of you are getting pictures of yourself, or your photographers. Like I see that like the wind like blowing someone's hair. I totally just saw the like Marilyn Monroe moment. Maybe some of you have a Marilyn Monroe moment. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I am seeing like a little bit of a pin-up energy for some of you. Like a little, I don't know if you're into 1940s style or like what your style is. But I'm getting kind of like a twist on something that's a little more vintage and something more modern together. I don't think that's for everyone. I even see like one of those little like, I don't know what it's called, like a paperboy hat, or like was it Kangol? I might be getting that brand name wrong, but like one of those little like, I don't know, like I see like a guy in a really interesting hat. So maybe it's about a hat. Sometimes I like when just random extra messages come through, and I didn't even know I grabbed this deck. So I guess we're gonna get a divine truth for you guys. What would be helpful for the collective right now? Ooh, you have secrets. Maybe that's why someone is taking off their mask, finally opening up their heart, taking the cork out of that bottle. There's somebody who is keeping secrets or keeping silent either towards you or about you. I do feel like that's what was being worked out in a certain partnership. There's somebody around you who is pretty complicated, or they have a complicated situation. I feel like this is someone that's not used to expressing certain facets about themselves, maybe different experiences that they have had. And there's a reason that somebody doesn't talk about you. They're actually keeping you a secret, or they were. But here, they're at least opening up to you about why. So I'm not sure what that is about or what the situation is. Keeping us a secret for a reason. There is a reason. But I feel like if somebody was not telling you why, the winds of change are coming, and you're going to find out why somebody was so like hush hush about something, or why somebody was waiting. Let's get another message. Clarity on secrets. Maybe it's because they were really emotional. There's a lot of masks in this situation. That has to be really uncomfortable, to have to feel like you have to put on a different mask depending on who you're speaking to, or a lot of different masks that aren't ever really you in a certain partnership or situation. I don't think that that mask is really on in your connection to a certain person. There's definitely someone around you who wants to take the mask off, who wants to reveal how they really feel. But maybe it's somebody who doesn't have quite a good handle on what they're feeling, how deep they feel, what they're going through. Maybe it's many different emotions. It's somebody who was feeling a little bit unstable and going through an array of emotions. But I am getting, for some of you, it could be maybe you were kept secret because they weren't quite sure how others would react to maybe your partnership, or maybe others around this person or around you always have like kind of like really big reactions or big emotions that don't make somebody feel comfortable enough to really express their truth. So, well, now that we're diving into the divine truth, let's keep digging on in and see what's going on. Clarity on secrets and emotional. What else would be helpful for the collective, please and thank you? Didn't I see something before about the puzzle? It looks like maybe you were the missing piece. You were the thing that comes through and makes everything feel like it just fits, like it fell into place. Maybe you came in someone's life or they came into your life and everything else sort of had to fall out of place for a little while. You know, sort of when I saw, like, I know it's just wind here, but I saw all those as puzzle pieces just sort of being up in the air. Sometimes everything has to be up in the air to fall back down to put it together properly. Or maybe that wasn't the right puzzle. Maybe that situation was too puzzling, and maybe there's the right situation here that just fits. I am saying for some of you, this could be somebody totally different. This could be the same energy, but maybe for some of you, if somebody was constantly keeping secrets, if they didn't want to ground a partnership or talk about how important you were, maybe they are super complicated or they have a super complicated life and they don't know what they're feeling. Maybe this is what is being released and the winds of change are coming in to bring something that fits way better. Fits just right. But for others, maybe this is a situation that is working itself out. You are my missing piece, and we were made for one another. Let's do one more and then take a look at the energy in the tarot. Clarity on secrets, emotion, missing piece. Truth be told, I mean, for some of you, it could be that this wind, this message that's coming in, emotions that have finally been worked out or realized, masks coming off, the right wave coming in, the wind blowing the right direction, is somebody revealing the secret to maybe you first about how much you mean to them. And maybe once that sort of just clicks, that mask also comes off about you to whoever else they weren't telling or talking about you. One more, please and thank you. Avoidant. This kind of makes sense. If somebody had any kind of situation and they just didn't want to deal, it's like they had all those emotions, all those feelings, but they sort of backed away, shied away, didn't give you any information. I really want to be close to you, but I avoid emotional attachments out of fear. So it does look like for some of you, this person is more comfortable wearing one of those gross, sweaty masks than maybe facing true feelings, or letting themselves get close enough to where they could possibly be hurt. You know, that's somebody that's scared of how much they feel for you because they don't want to lose you. Them distancing themselves here is definitely going to have, you know, less emotional impact than if they get close and allow them to open their heart, to love you, and, you know, possibly lose you, possibly lose the best, most perfect thing they've ever found. Maybe that's what someone has to work out. But I feel like somebody still doesn't want to lose that chance or that beautiful opportunity that has been given by the divine. Because to always think about it underneath that uncomfortable mask is going to feel like a real deep regret, and way worse than giving something a go and giving something a try and seeing. So I am getting that for some of you, this is the past energy. This is giving you like information and an explanation on why somebody acted so weird and maybe complicated. Maybe you also really knew what this person was feeling, or you knew there was a lot of depth here, but it was probably confusing to you. If you felt really close to someone, you felt somebody's truth, and then were confused about why they kept putting a mask on. Why not live your truth? I'm gonna show you this because I guess when I put it upright, I always feel like that's a message to come through. It does look like you're not only getting a change in the wind, you're having divine intervention in the situation. There's something being orchestrated, because if you are meant to be with someone because you fit just perfectly, and somebody's dealing with all of these things that stem from who knows where they're rooted from, past situations, current situations, past hurts, experiences, childhood, past lives. There's so many things that can be factors as to why somebody is complicated. Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of not being enough for something that, you know, they feel fits so perfect. But it looks like there is some divine orchestration coming through to help bring you together, to push those pieces together, to make something work, to take it out of just the ether here and reality and put both energies into reality. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing the two of you together. And sometimes when there's some distance and somebody has to work some, you know, facets about themselves that they were avoiding looking at before, maybe you brought something to light in someone, or maybe you even saw the best in someone and they didn't see that in them. Sometimes it's people that maybe have lack of confidence in some beautiful aspects of them that they didn't see. Sometimes people don't have the confidence and they see all the lack. Some people only want to look at the confident things and not look at what they should change, or habits that need to go away, or cycles that need to be completed, growth that needs to happen, self-awareness, self-reflection. Somebody has to want to choose to change and take action upon it, and those changes aren't always in a time frame, but it looks like in this time frame there is some divine help from God to help heal a situation, to help a person, and it's probably also giving you the space, or did give you the space, for you to also have healing, to have some kind of growth, to bring that energy and that strength and that attention back into your control, your world, changes that you get to create. So both parties can be in a right energetic space, so it just slips right in together much easier. They're much more willing when it finally gets to come together. So let's go to the tarot. I hope this is helpful. This is one of those readings where I'm not, sometimes messages come through and I'm not exactly sure what I said. So, and I do find it complicated when it's about partnerships, because people are complicated, man. People, situations, experiences, desires. It's not just a cookie cutter thing to do readings like that. So you have to sort of just see what feels right and fits for you. Clarity from the Golden Journey Pocket Tarot, please and thank you. Oh yeah, you're letting something go, or somebody's definitely letting go of a situation that did not feel good. The Ten of Swords is a harsh energy to come through. It could be that there had to be a really big ending for something to push you to where you're supposed to be. It is possible some of you don't even know who this missing piece is yet. You will. For some of you, you do know who it is, but you had to end something pretty harsh in your life, or they did. This is completely letting something go that didn't feel good. It does mean you have to leave all the baggage behind. But once you let go, this energy afterwards feels so much better. It feels so much better to let something this harsh go. Upside down, it is that time of healing after, like, really hurtful energy was there. But it's because it's a 10. So it's having complete awareness when something is truly done. It's letting it go. It's letting them go. It's letting you go. It's the energy of release that brings you towards the light at the end of the tunnel, that brings you away from a cycle that wasn't supposed to be repeated again, towards something that feels like it was meant to be. So clarity on that Ten of Swords. That was a rough one. It looks like it starts with some work. So whatever, either this ending took a lot of work, or took a lot out of you, or healing took a lot of work on your part or someone else's part, or once this release happens, it's time to get to work. It's time to put your energy, your focus on something you love to do. The Eight of Pentacles is usually an investment of time, energy, sometimes monetary, where you put some extra effort in the beginning because it brings huge blessings later, because you gain a skill from going to that class, from learning under that person. Sometimes this is you taking someone else under your wing because you see great potential in them. But usually this is a project you need to work on, because it's something that it's like your thing. It's where you start something in the beginning and it's a little bit messy and you don't quite know what you're doing or what tool to use, and you didn't really, you know, I see you, like, I don't know, I see you doing a straight line. Like, I don't know why, like I saw somebody painting or doing something and you're like, I got that line all off. But then the next time you do it, you get a little more precise. Then the next time you do it, you add a little more detail. Then the next day you do it and, you know, you add your own personal flair. So sometimes this is learning something by the book in the beginning until you get the basics, and then you get to expand and make it yours. You get a little more creative. It gets a little easier. But it's recognizing how much attention is needed for something to grow, for something to really manifest huge potential later, big opportunity later. Sometimes someone or something or whatever this is needs just enough attention every day, or, you know, a bulk of attention at a time. But it's consistency. Here it's inconsistency. It's kind of like wanting to be a pilot and taking 4 lessons or taking 1 lesson every 3 weeks, and it's not in your autopilot in case you're up in the air and something happens. You need to know what to do. You have to be consistent doing it a bunch of times a week so that it is something in your nature that you know how to do. Or like the best way to probably learn a language is to live somewhere where they speak that language, or be in, you know, an environment quite often where you have to use it so you retain it. You can do something and you do 5 minutes a day, but then if you never actually get to speak that language or to use it, it's easier to lose it. So you have to see what this is that needs your energy and your attention so that you can not just use it, but have growth from it, expansion because of it, and return of abundance later because of what you put your energy into. It does look like, I can't even see, it's so dark out here. It does look like you have this gigantic hill of gold here. But maybe it just starts with one little thing at a time. There is definitely, it looks like you are in this golden cave, like doing your thing. So maybe it's about going to a studio space for some of you, having like a little environment where you feel like you can really get to work. But I feel like eventually, almost like a hermit energy, you need to make sure you take a break. Don't run on empty. There always has to be balance with where you place your energy. I just heard somebody needs a day off. Maybe somebody's really busy. Maybe it's giving yourself a break or taking a day off. I hear that somebody comes through on a day off, or on their day off. I'm not sure what that means, but that message came through. So let's get one more. Clarity on the 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. So somebody is not just working hard. Also, if this isn't your energy, this could be where someone else is. They're working hard on themselves in their life so that they can grow, so that they had to kind of go backwards a little bit to bring more potential in later. Maybe here, they weren't putting the right effort into something. Here, it is somebody who has that passionate idea, those passionate plans, that energy of spirit, of adventure, of enthusiasm, of creativity. And this is somebody who is looking down the horizon and starting to make some plans, but not just in their mind and in their soul. It's putting those plans on paper, making that phone call, taking some action to get that ball rolling for something to like really come together. I always feel like it's finally when someone's not just looking out there, they're like, I wish I was over there in that other country, or I wish I got to take that vacation. It's somebody who takes out their phone and they book the ticket. It's getting in the car, stepping on the gas. Also, I see the 2 of Wands as a really good business partnership. And for some of you, this is a partner that you are equally passionate with. You work well together, where those passionate dreams can get really big. It's also somebody who could be a passionate partner in your life. And that could be romantic. That could be a lot of chemistry too. And then I always see 2s as a decision. So you can get in the car and sit there and let it idle, or you can step on the gas. You can think about something, or you can make the phone call. You can make the phone call and never get to the airport. So, oh, and there's a castle. There's either a castle in the clouds, or there's so much, like, there's so many clouds here that it's almost like this is sort of dreamy. Like this person's like, I got this castle here, but I know I want to go visit that one. Or I can see that in the ether and I know I can create that. You just have to get across the ocean. figure out how to take that journey. Stand up, walk to the shore, and find a boat. And maybe a hot air balloon if it's up there in the sky. All right, let's see what we can pull just to bridge the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. Also, they're all minor arcana. They're very much in control of you or in control of this person. You know, your own willpower. Except you do have that big divine intervention, so maybe that is the catalyst to all of this change. Yeah, it's going to come through really fast. The winds of change are coming. That comet is flying through the sky. This could be a lot of love coming all at once. A lot of changes finally happening all at once. This is sometimes when you put energy into just the right place, just the right person, hit the right button, and everything just takes off all of a sudden. It could also be a lot of energy, a lot of passion that is coming towards you all of a sudden. Sometimes this is Cupid's arrows, those little, like, you know, flames of love. It could be a lot of energy coming from one person, or it could also be a lot of people. You're in admiration. This is a very fast energy. I feel like in the tarot, in the minor arcana, this is the fastest one. Maybe you get to see a shooting star, a comet, that little moment of something that is very, very special that gets everything going. This could also be you multitasking a lot of different things at once. If you are handling a lot of different energies, make sure you give yourself a break. It's at the bottom. Oh wow, you have the Ace. So whatever is moving fast and passionate is bringing you to the Ace of Pentacles. It is the chance to ground a partnership, to ground a new position or career or thing that you are working on. I am actually starting to like shake a little bit and freeze, so I definitely have to sum this reading up. I did not know it would get so cold out here, and I can feel myself like getting really cold. I'm not used to the cold yet. You have your golden ticket. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is that seed of pure potential to ground something in the earth so it can grow roots. But if you take that beautiful idea, that thing, and you just stick that seed in the drawer and never put it in the garden, it's not going to grow. This is you taking that opportunity, that job, that partnership, and putting energy into the 3D, into your real life, so it can grow. Sometimes this is a big purchase, buying a house, but then it's living in the house. Getting a fixer-upper, but actually fixing it up. Getting a starter home, but then using that to get the home you really desire. Buying a car, but using it to get around and go to work on the things that make you happy and the projects you are dreaming about and making plans towards. It's putting that energy and that use into something instead of just letting it pass you by, or not believing that it could grow or you could handle it. You have to be that gardener with the different seasons and the different weather patterns, spiritual weather patterns, emotional ones, physical ones, all of that, and just adjust accordingly the best that you can, believing in yourself. Also, I am seeing that somebody else is really believing in you and seeing you as I just see somebody, they like, I just see two people like in overalls. I mean, I am out here in flannel, but like in that garden together, building something together, grounding something together, growing deep roots, blossoming together. And let's get one more and sum this up. If I have it, I do. One more message on Notes from the Universe on love and connection. I hope you guys don't see me shivering on this camera. Oh, so I think this is the coldest reading I've ever done. So one more for the collective to be helpful, please and thank you. Sometimes the good is hidden. It's like a big cookie. Find the good in what is said or asked. It's always there. Even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sure-lockingly yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. I do feel like some of you are going to leave an energy where, you know, you never really got the truth, or something never really got solidified. But I do feel like some of you have somebody that really has wanted to open up for a really long time. Maybe to you, but I feel like to everyone. But first it has to be the truth that they ask themselves, that they question themselves and are ready to open up. And then I do feel like it is going to come through. Once it comes through, it's going to change everything. But it's when the right person comes through and connects with you. And for now, it's about you blossoming in the chapter you're in, and really taking all those seeds of potential, making your own plans, and putting amazing energy into something you're going to be really proud of. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being out here in the freezing cold of my yard with me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.